What up? Right now, I'm live on YouTube and Facebook. Give me a quick second. Tag your world up, as I always say. We're going to chop it up about this whole topic. I think it's a good topic. Very good topic. It always fit into one of my base conversations whenever we talk about music and art. But we're going to talk about Styles' P side and how he feels. Get that shit. We in the building now, but now, good morning, everybody. Let me know to get a few people get in here. What up, what up? Good morning, everybody. As I see the topic is talking about, we're going to talk about, I don't know if y'all seen when 21 Savage was talking, he was saying Nas was irrelevant in certain things. And it's a conversation that's the true conversation in hip-hop today, which is, one, as we would say, the lack of respect for the youth of their peers in hip-hop or in the streets or in general. And also just how people look at rap or hip-hop and the problem with the mindset of what we about to touch now. All year I've been talking about certain things like this, but what Styles gonna go with it is where just the truth about it. So hold on, y'all. Let's tap in and get some of this audio in so we can hear what we're saying.
You can't hate the young fellas for being stupid.
I ain't had a mic.
Let's be real about it. Like, no,
I ain't even had a mic.
It is.
What up?
It's stupid because
For my YouTube crew.
I'm talking about all young fellas, rap, streets, business world, college, everything. If they stupid, if they saying dumbass shit, if they saying illogical shit, it's our fault. Those who came before them, now we gotta pull back and say, where did we fuck up? Where did we go wrong?
That's what I'm trying to say. That's look, let me say this real quick.
But if you don't
so off the gate saying that, so us as the rappers or the niggas before us and the niggas in my age that's becoming some of the young OGs and the OGs, you know what I'm saying? We have to make the choice and we got to say something about it. Like, so Styles is saying, like, with all the young rappers and all the artists coming up, when we see them disrespect people like Nas, we got to start to question ourselves. Because if we gonna let the youth or these young niggas talk about hip hop in a manner, right? Meaning that, yo, we respect what niggas do. And speaking as a lyricist, we respect what niggas do. We respect craft. We understand that you ain't got to be a lyricist to get money. We understand that you ain't got to, you feel me? You ain't got to rap. Like, you ain't really got to be a real rapper to be buzzing and to get popular. We understand hip hop has changed. We understand that the music culture today is about more of an image. You could be a street nigga with no talent, but got a following. As long as you got a little something with the, you know, we get it. But at the same time, we look at it as a nigga who lyrical, who came from an era where we had to put up a certain standard with our shit, that we looked at it as not just saying like, oh, fuck the young niggas. We was looking at it like, damn, where did we go wrong? Right? What made the culture go wrong in hip hop to where it was like that? But then part of it, I would say, ain't about us. It's about what they see on TV and what they feel about going to make them money. What's good, bro? Hold on, yeah. Everybody, please share my live. Help me get this out here this morning. This is going to be a great convo. Let me tag it. Good morning. I'm on YouTube too right now. I said, please, please. Ain't that crazy? Please share. Hold on, y'all. But today, these one of them topics as well. So let's get it.
respect who's before you. This is what I'm saying.
That's the problem.
When you're saying dummy is even if you're
I'm
gonna respect you.
Double back around. You're gonna get that same.
As a lyricist, look, as a lyricist, like I still like 21 Savage and what he do. I like the shit. I ride to the Drake shit. I ride to a lot of his shit. What I
21 Savage is a lyricist.
No, but I like his music. He makes you that
I like this. Right, and that Styles. See, I like blunt people like Styles, because Styles is saying like, bro, like we all gonna say, I sit in a room with niggas and they be like, yeah, bro, you know, I fuck with 21 Savage, da 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 da. Like, yo, is he a lyricist? The answer is no. But I have heard some records with 21 Snaps. So we respect as lyricists, we've learned and we respect other art forms, even though for some reason motherfuckers feel like they can shun the real rap niggas who actually are the ones that, like, it's the standard of rap is supposed to be the niggas who actually offer something, a skill set, something unique, something rare, something that they offer to the culture, even with the other shit that they do. But we got to realize that it's one thing, is that the music culture today is not about being a real rapper. It's not about being a good artist. The music culture today is just about glorifying all of the shit that's gonna get niggas killed and fucked up. But from a youth and a young nigga perspective, they don't got no respect for their parents or they older brothers or niggas outside. So they damn sure not gonna have respect for some rap niggas, even they try to get in the game, because to street niggas, this rap shit not about trying to be a rapper. They just trying to get some paper. You know what I'm saying?
They say, but is he a lyricist?
No, he's not a lyricist.
So that here we
My
come.
screen.
I'm gonna let
Look.
you finish now.
I think legends should remain legends and get their flowers at
True.
all time. This is the only fucking genre where young niggas come in and shit. I don't want to say young niggas, just people in general come in and take legends from the pedestal they should be remaining on and pull them down.
Wait.
See, he said this is the only genre, which is hip hop and rap and shit, where artists coming in, whether older or younger, come in and tear their legends down, right? There's no reason why 21 Savage should even speak on, or any young nigga should speak on a nigga who did something positive where they come from or in the game, unless it's really something that should be pointed out in their skill set or some bullshit. Like, it's a lot of niggas who sell records. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. In the 90s, Nelly sell hella records, but Nelly couldn't open his mouth in a room with Jay Nas and all them niggas. I mean, when it came down to getting bread off your singles and doing songs, you was that nigga. But in a room full of, when we start talking about the greatest rappers or the history of rap and shit like that, or like who words impacted people, Nelly not in that conversation. You feel me? But Nelly sold hella records. So we seen in the 90s when it was lyrical time, niggas who had the songs that's like singing that niggas laughed at in the 90s, they was selling just like how niggas was selling now. So it was never a time where it wasn't always about rap, but we wanted to believe in hip hop that the art form and the culture was about rapping and being a good rapper, right? That's what we wanted to believe. So let's see. I'm gonna keep going because I'm gonna let them speak and I'm gonna tag
It'll
team.
happen in rock,
Can't
it'll
let
happen
y'all
in
say this about
basketball,
21,
it'll happen
bro.
in
Because
baseball.
he didn't mean it like that.
No, I'm not saying he cleaned it up later, and I can respect that. I'm just saying that statement should have been made.
But
listen,
no, but one thing
I fuck
is,
with 21 though.
fuck all that.
Not with that
I
statement.
hear what you.
Nah, that's
Nigga
not me.
Style
step on
said,
this,
fuck
man.
all that.
Fuck that. I like 21 Savage.
Right.
I don't
Get
love
'em.
him. I like him a lot.
Get him.
Don't love him. I like him a lot.
Right.
The shit he say tickles me pink, and I'm like, I can't believe this nigga said that. It's dope. I like the nigga. So like, I fucks with him.
Right.
My nigga, you not a lyricist. Fuck all that. Drake's supposed to tell this nigga,
That's not.
chill. That's not it.
Facts.
Right, meaning that, yo, big dog. This is what I be explaining to niggas, especially out here. If it's some shit happen and one of your young niggas say some slick shit about another nigga on the team, or he say some slick shit about a rap nigga that's like a young up and coming legend OG, you as your OG, you supposed to go to your young niggas and be like, yo, chill, bro. Like, let me and educate them on what makes this nigga nice. See, understand one thing I know about the youth and the younger niggas and up and coming artists and shit is that a lot of them, just like black people don't have no history, they don't have a history of the art that, or they need to know what came before them and what made it rap before we got here today, right? So the difference between me and a lot of niggas when they listen to my music is the fact that my older brother, I'm 19, 20, and my brother, he down in his 30s, and he like, yo, matter of fact, I'm gonna make you stop rapping. So he made me for 2 weeks listen to all of the Nas albums from Illmatic up, MOP, right? Rakim, KRS-One, I mean, just all types of shit. Tribe Called Quest, he really made me listen to these niggas, Onyx. And even though I came up top and had an understanding, if it wasn't for my older brother coming to me and pointing out to me, like, let me explain to you, like, Nas, niggas have to explain them. Let me give you an example. Nas is a descriptive writer. Young niggas don't understand this. Niggas ain't focused on this. Nas one of the only rappers that'll tell you a story like, yo, Willie was on live in a chair, lunchback, yellow shirt. You know what I'm saying? He would describe everything around him, right? So he was a descriptive writer, right? He also was one of the first people to introduce a very strong form of like black culture. Because, you know, hip hop always came from like a gods in the earth mentality with Rakim and them, but he expanded the mind and the knowledge with, after he did that, it kind of shook hip hop's foundation. It wasn't about rap. So that's when we got to see in the 90s that a super talented nigga, if he go into the world of knowledge, but don't, and I won't say he didn't do good, but the first times he went into it, the people rejected him. The people in the hood, they rejected Nas. So I think you got to give them context. The young niggas got to understand what makes Nas dope, like how he put his words together. You know what I'm saying? What he was saying. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the niggas that the young niggas look up to these niggas, it has to be expressed and explained to them in a proper form, right? But we got to be real. The truth is, you niggas not lyricists. I've been sitting in a room with a lot of niggas in the past 4 or 5 years, and that's the truth. Right? And I just got tired of sitting around it because we be sitting there talking and like, yeah, we had a conversations. Everybody be like, you know, everybody, niggas down south, niggas in New Jersey, niggas in Colorado, like we all equally talented. And I always said bullshit. I'm not saying anywhere we can sell records with good tunes and good jingles and good shit, right? Like a good record, which that's nothing to take away from nobody. But it's a difference between the rappers in New York, New Jersey, and Philly. And then you might find some niggas, a nigga 5 in Carolina, a couple here, who love that up top style, who that's all they digested, and that's what became part of their style because that's what they listen to. But in the South, where the culture was, it's a different environment. I've been explaining this for years. In the South, it's hard to get a lot of people from down South who don't, if their mother and father listen to hip hop from the 90s or that's what they like, that's the only way that they got introduced. Other than that, like when we up top, we wasn't listening to Gucci and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We had like we'll get the commercial down south nigga, and we'll fuck with like the Bubba Sparks or and some people in Jersey did, but it was for different reasons, like his beats. It was never about his raps, right? But niggas ain't lyricists, so I feel like down south, and I'm tired of motherfuckers hiding behind that gesture of like, well, we not. You have to respect that niggas from New York, New Jersey, Philly, and certain areas cultivated a certain style of rap and how they put that shit together. That's what lyricism is. It's about bars, pain, charisma, right? Damn near like athleticism in rap and who mind the strongest. Not just about who got a dope beat, you know what I'm saying, and how I bop and how I swag. 21 I ain't never heard a 21 verse that even had me half impressed. He can make a good song or two with his whispering voice, but it just, to me, it just kind of like he doesn't. If you that type of rap nigga, know your pocket, know your lane, and shut up and stay in your pocket. You feel me? Because it's the problem is that because the game has changed and they gave the young niggas the mic and they don't want to see, y'all need to understand, ain't that just y'all doper than us? We older than y'all. So they got to do more for us. They got to give us more. We older, we smarter, we got kids, nigga. We ain't just thirsty for some money. We understand that it's going to affect shit around us. So they go to the young niggas at 16, 15, 17. You ain't thinking about shit. So the disconnect ain't really because you don't respect me, just because you see the money aspect that they put in front of the youth. And then from that then they got to say, well, when the young niggas can't rap, they say, well, shit, them older niggas, them niggas broke. I got bread. That still don't make you a good rapper, my nigga. It just means you got money for dancing for master, my nigga. You feel me? So either way, people look at that shit as real, but people like Styles and like I've been in conversation, the problem is it's like, no, bro, let's treat rap like basketball, for example. We can't say everybody in the league equally talented when everybody in the league ain't in the gym and ain't working. Everybody not Michael Jordan. Everybody not Kobe Bryant. Everybody not Vince Carter. So how the fuck does all of these niggas in rap now want to feel like, oh, we all equally talented? We all, it is in no sport. There's not a whole league of Michael Jordans and LeBrons and shit. In the new generation, you want to be quite frank and shit. You know, I think that they will do better in sports than like the high school generation because they didn't mature. But the issue is this. There's 3-point shooters, right? Snipers. Those are the lyrical niggas that are in your career. There's dunkers. Those hip-hop niggas in backpacks. Rappers, right? There's niggas who can dribble. That's the niggas with the wordplay and delivery, right? There's post players. There's most down south rappers where the beats is big and they play in the paint, right? There's centers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shot blockers, and those are motherfuckers who just real street niggas who titans and rap. You feel me? There's coaches. Those niggas that know talent, and you know what I'm saying? There's a difference in this shit. We can't make rap seem all the same, and there has to be a structure in this shit, and I've been saying it for years. I get all that shit. This ain't got nothing to do with if you, like, selling records is the key. The reason why lyrical niggas ain't selling as many records as much is because they have a cult following, the successful ones, and they sell enough records to do what they need to do. But at the same time, there's not a middleman. It's like the niggas who can really rap, they're like, fuck the new school sound, that shit corny. And the young niggas like, fuck that old school sound. It's in the middle. The problem is that nobody's bold and brave no more. Nobody experiment. When I listen to niggas tapes, everybody shit sound the same. Everybody using the same type of beats on average. There's a couple niggas I know that don't. But on average, like the 98%. So all you niggas is playing it safe. You heard 21, so you got a record like that. You heard this nigga, you got a record like that. This shit is trash. And niggas need to tell y'all niggas all over the country that y'all not lyricists. And it's not a disrespectful statement, because to be a lyricist, there's pride, compassion, and a certain form of dignity that you got with your bars that you just not gonna do. But guess what? You don't have to just be a lyricist. See, the day and time of the old school rap niggas, see, the older rappers, them niggas was scared. The society put them in a box, because back then they couldn't be a rapper and sing hooks. They couldn't do certain shit that the young niggas can do. That's true. But you could do it now, right? So, and we're gonna keep going. But I want y'all to understand that principle.
Just not your joints. My nigga, you are talented, you are dope.
Right.
You are fucking fly, your flavor, you mean a lot to the culture, you are important. You ain't one of them.
But you ain't one of
You
them.
ain't a 3-point shooter from deep. Nas is. Drake's supposed to say, I am. Kendrick is. Cole is.
Right.
You are not.
Understanding the difference. See, in the streets is out of pocket because the older niggas can't control their young niggas anyway. Let's be real. The young niggas be looking at the older niggas like, man, fuck you. Y'all niggas trying to be like us. Because the culture got the young niggas on TV. When we was growing up, the older niggas was on TV. So that's why the young niggas respected the older niggas. When you change certain rules and principles, the culture is reversed. But you not a 3-point shooter. So I be sitting in a room with niggas who want to say we're equally talented, but it's like, nah, bro, respect my skill sets, right? Like I respect yours. Some niggas can only dunk. Like I said, there's some niggas that backpack rap. And I love to cypher with them or do a mixtape with them, but I wouldn't waste my time on an album or anything else. You feel me? That's organized ball. Y'all niggas don't understand the principles to this shit. I know a lot of niggas when we go outside and they dope ass battle rappers. That's street ball. And when we go to the studio, just like niggas who play in the park, that's nice, and I bring them to a real team, and them niggas is trash because it's so much more to basketball than just running up and down the court, passing and playing off intent. It's this shit real. Just like when it come down to writing raps and lyricism in the mind, being a lyricist is about your mind, nigga. To me, I judge rappers by who mind the strongest. See, that's the reason why a lot of niggas get their face and shit tore off. And in today's era, the money and the popularity has outshined this shit. But like Style said, niggas ain't 3-point shooters, ain't snipers. Y'all might hit a 3 here and there, but so Shaq hit like 2 or 3 in his career. I don't mean you motherfuckers got ball, right? But it's funny though, when a nigga can really rap and do all of that shit, it's like instead of people saying like, oh yeah, I like that and trying to bring it back, that people kind of look at it like, well, shit, it don't sound like what's out. So it ain't that you can't rap. They just kind of like, well, that ain't what I'm hearing on the radio, on TV. So I guess it's this and that, or this and that, right? People so used to hearing the same type of shit. You give them some organic shit half the time, they'll sit around. But niggas ain't 3-point shooters, and I hate to say it like that.
Leave him alone. Right. That is our OG. Right. There's some young people, not us, right, not me, you, him, or anybody else in here. He don't give a fuck. Why would he? He gonna go South Beach. I don't give a fuck. He don't, and let's speak. Why don't he give a fuck? I done sat in mad rooms in the South and realized how much niggas disrespect hip hop and don't even know it. See, niggas want to rap all over the world, but don't know the fundamentals. Just like niggas play basketball, but a lot of niggas play ball, but don't know the fundamentals. The fundamentals, you can't be a true hip hop lover and not respect Pac and Nas. Because as far as like the echelon of being the top tier lyricists and top tier like songwriters and how they went about their music and what was on their mind, like look, Nas said it the best. Nas said Pac was God and he was Jesus of hip hop. If you're a lyricist, you can't say nothing about it. We could talk about Nas beat selection and shit like that, but even with Nas beat selection, on all them albums, I could still pinpoint 4-5 songs that was fire. Street Disciple had like 8 songs, but it was a double disc. Should have just made one.
right? But the point of this conversation is, what the fuck give niggas the right to even have an opinion on real rappers when niggas ain't real rappers? You feel me? It's like that's the issue. Everybody in their mind in hip hop today got this own picture of what the fuck they want to do in hip hop. Yo, I'm gonna get in the game and I'm gonna do this and that. I'm gonna get in. It'll be like, yeah, my nigga, you can do that. I tell people you can do that shit, but at the same time, you talking about what you want to do and dreaming and actually getting in the field and doing that shit and actually seeing the ups and downs and the reality of what you can and what you can't or where you really at. See, it's easy to see this and that. See, when we go around our homeboys and we play shit for them, they gonna tell us certain shit. But it ain't the same as everybody else. Niggas, a lot of niggas ain't really telling them like, bro, I like this shit, but like this hook weak. Or I like this shit, blah, 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 blah. So that's the issue. And I think that all of the young rappers and upcoming rappers today, the only thing that everybody constantly talks about is money, money. Right? So they started, I seen how they played it because they went from respecting rappers to the young niggas saying, oh, the 90s rappers, these niggas weren't really street niggas. No, they was really street niggas. Some of these niggas, they just smarter than you young dumb niggas. Let's be front. And when we was younger and shit, it was more camaraderie in the hood. Right now, niggas getting backdoored on their own blocks, and that's the block. That's all you got to protect you. The rest of the world don't give a fuck about you. All you got is your block, but ain't no loyalty because niggas will backdoor you because they know you got to trust them. So that's on a lyrical level. That's what I say. 21 Savage opinion doesn't matter, and neither does half of the niggas who be rapping. It's your opinion, and you can say it, but keep it to yourself. You got to know when and when not to say it, and that's my point. And the crazy part, it ain't just the young niggas, because I've heard older niggas. I know niggas my age and older who have bought into the new school style so much that they changed how they rap completely. I can't even tell half these niggas really know how to rap. This some real shit.
Fuck what Styles P said.
I don't even know that.
But here's the thing, he might.
Nah,
he might, bro.
Slightly, but he ain't gonna say it on camera.
Again,
slightly, but he ain't gonna say it on camera. Let's be real about it.
Listen, I think
why does he?
Because the media spins things sometimes.
Nobody media.
Nobody
you gotta watch
right
what the
now.
fuck you say out of your mouth.
Right, but nobody in here heard him say.
I heard the shit. I heard
the club host.
Yeah, I heard the shit. Yeah, it was out of pocket.
You listen to it.
Yeah, man. So now, get it up. I like when he said that was out of pocket, my boy. He's right. Somebody had to check that. That was out of pocket. And look, I'm not saying that. That's your man. I know he's on the show.
I'm mad at you, bro.
No, hold on. I'm not saying
and be like, yo, I didn't mean it like that.
But see, I'm in the conversation. Everybody say y'all fuck with 21 Savage before they speak, because in the culture of hip hop, it proved as black men, we know how sensitive niggas is. See, in the 90s and other eras, when niggas spoke like, yo, blah, 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 blah. Now, some beef started behind that shit, but overall, a conversation about lyricism, this is about lyricism. But because the youth and the culture is so feminine, and everybody in their feelings in America, everybody, freedom of speech is bullshit at this point, because even if what you say is right, but it hurt a feeling, so everybody's saying like, yo, 21 on, that's why Styles said, fuck that. That's what I've been saying. Fuck all that. If you younger niggas or the rap niggas that want to be respected like a Pac, a Nas, a Jay-Z, a Big, then y'all niggas need to understand. Y'all need to understand the fundamental basis of what makes them lyricists, right? And that it don't mean you got to come from New York and New Jersey, but it's how you articulate your story. What do you tell your story? Like T.I. lyricist, but it was how he put his words together. And he showed when he rap with other niggas, he be snapping, but it's still a different form of lyricism than what's up top. Just like California motherfuckers, them niggas lyrical as fuck. And Game rap more like a New York type nigga because he followed the fundamentals of hip hop. Nipsey, when you listen to old Nip and you go into it, his fundamentals of hip hop is right. You feel me? That's why people got to get in perspective. Biggie and Nas. Biggie was a rapper. Nas was a lyricist. Well, Biggie, just like Jay-Z, is some of the best rappers, meaning they were lyricists, but they chose to be rappers and stay at certain plates of mindsets for their music. But they were just really good rappers. That's what, and this came out of Primo and a lot of them niggas who was the first Dr. Dre's and Dre and them. Biggie and Jay-Z are rappers. They're the best rappers, so they are lyricists by nature. but they don't really. That's why Jay said I wanted to rap like common sense. That's lyricism. But since he sold 5 mil, he ain't rap like common sense. So that's letting you know that he a rapper. Big talked about partying and bullshit all day. That next album, he started sounding more like Pac, like, and I like that second album way more than the first because they had more feeling, right? But they're rappers. But then you got Nas, you know what I'm saying? Nas is a lyricist. Pac is a lyricist because they rapped, right? They can spit bars with the best of niggas and outshine them, right? They could do club songs, girl songs, world songs, all that shit. They did it, right? But what else did they offer? They offered humanity something in their lyricism, how they view the world, because as rappers, we really reporters, we really the people that we watched our environment and then we articulated where we come from. You feel me?
Like just like this, like right? It was out of pocket. Fuck all that. Yeah, it was out of pocket. Cameras, money, and all of that change shit around. Right. Like, and it gives you a point of where you say, I could feel like I could say something I can't say. Right. Or maybe I shouldn't say. Or clean it. Fix it. Physically, and in general, and in the population physically, when you're walking in a room,
it's crazy.
I gotta take ownership of that shit if I say it to you. Right. Yeah, that's true. I can't come in this room and say, I'm not gonna say a certain thing about you, and you be like, what the fuck you say, my nigga? Right. Yeah. Like, what do you mean by that? Right. What do you mean, Ghost? Like, what are you exactly saying, my nigga? Right. If you're gonna open your mouth and say something, you gotta stand on that shit, and anything that happens for you opening your mouth and saying something. Right. Now, are we saying something should happen to him, or he's wrong? No, not at all. Right. Not at all. That's his opinion, and he's entitled. I understand what he's trying to say. But why the fuck are you?
Because what they saying is we understand that 21 Savage was saying that Nas is not relevant to the youth, right? We understand that. But at the same time, to how you went about it is the issue. You can't just handle, like, you know, even though rap full of shit right now, and if you buzzing, your shit full of shit more than likely. Like, no cabbage is full of shit, selling, twerking ass, doing whatever, fucking riding, destroying the community. Let's be real about it. No bullshit, no capping about it. It's bullshit, right? But you got the real rappers that we got to say, hold the fuck up a minute. Like, the people got to start opening their fucking mouth. If we let the people destroy, like, you got to remember, on the planet, there's only a few Pac, Nas, and Biggies. That's why it's only them. So we got to be careful how we let our own youth destroy the legends that it took nature thousands of years to get them to be that bold and brave and to bring that skill set. Those are like ancient souls in the body, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's like Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? They say the ancient souls, when they on earth, they have no competition on some knowledge shit. They say in the Egyptian scroll, they say it's certain spirits of artists that come back, right? And when they come back, like the most powerful one, he has no competition. Look at Michael Jackson. Who was his competition? Nobody. Look at Michael Jordan. Who was his competition? Nobody. Talking about where they transcend so much. You know what I mean? Like Brian, that nigga, but he changed the game, but he didn't transcend the game like Mike did. And that's not taken away, because I respect the fuck out of Brian. But we can't let that happen. And that's the issue in this whole situation. We got to say, yo, when 21 made that statement, he tore down what it took us 20, 30 years to build. When 21 said Nas is not relevant, it's like having since slavery, we finally got 4 to 6 black wealthy towns. And then we see the youth today come back and say now, like, oh, them little towns, they want shit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody give a fuck about that shit. Nobody give a fuck about what we used to do. That's the disrespect. And when we allow that shit to happen, that shit just tore Nas down. Now, Nas dropped right after that. But there's no room in hip-hop for the legends no more, right? After you relevant, and I want the young niggas to understand, why you disrespect the niggas who can really rap and do this shit, when you get our age, the youth gonna do the same shit to you, but worse, they gonna disrespect the fuck out you. And they're gonna laugh at. Nobody's thinking about 10 years from now when the music ain't like how it is today. And when we got to look back at some of this music and niggas gonna laugh. 50 years from now, 100 years from now, they're gonna say the music from 2015 to 2025 was the worst and most reckless time in fucking music. It was the time where the music, it was like heroin that'll give you, that'll OD you, but you ain't getting no high from it. Straight fentanyl. That's all the fuck niggas selling. In music, most of the, when I turn on the radio, it's fentanyl. You can't even get high off this shit because it's gonna kill you. Even if you try to like it, it's gonna kill you. Every rap nigga today is fentanyl. But this is what we do, and I appreciate it, bro. This is what we do, and this how we tear down. So I was saying, I sat in rooms where I spoke on Tupac, and I seen niggas in the room down south be like, that fake ass. I'm talking about multiple rooms, man. Fuck that fake ass nigga. How you gonna be sensitive and a thug? And I'm thinking to myself, a logical, mature man would be, right? But everybody in our youth, niggas from 50 and under, trying to hold the same pride as a fucking 12-year-old. I expect the 12-year-old or the 25, early 20-year-old, you know what I'm saying, to live a certain way because he don't know no better. But the older niggas just holding on to the lifestyle. But niggas say, how does that make Pac fake? Because he talked about saving the world and he was on street shit. Pac had been through shit. He was outside. At the same time, he grew up as a kid watching his mom and the Panthers. He was living the torn reality of two things. He understood what the world was going on, and at the same time, as he grew up and out there in LA and the shit he been through, some bad choices, but it don't make you fake. The true human being is good and bad. There's 360. Half it's like, you know what I'm saying? So you got the good of you, and then you got the bad of you. A lot of us, even though we sit here and we think they're good, you just don't know people that hide they bad, or just kind of, you just don't know it, but we all got it. When I sit around and talk about Nas, we always talk about what he ain't instead of talking about what he is. When we talk about DMX, same shit. They told X the same shit niggas telling me for years. Like, I mean, but it's more niggas struggling and hurt and fucked up than it is niggas who balling. So it's more niggas, it's more people poor in the world than it is people that's rich. So if all the rappers is talking about, yo, I got Marcialagos and like, yo, we can't relate to it. The people can't relate. But what happened was somehow we stopped relating and digesting messages as the true source of income from our artists, to just being caught up on the lifestyle that these niggas is living. And fantasizing. Women love female rappers because the female rappers represent the female fantasy. Masculine, rich, sexual power. The black man look at a rapper, the black man look at a rapper, and he gotta be like, damn, it's like we look at rappers and be like, damn, I gotta go call my homeboys up and we gotta go stand back out on the block and shoot a video with all of us to show what we used to do. Even though the ones of us that got out of this, got away from this shit, the smart niggas, because now niggas, oh, you gotta live it down the hood. Y'all niggas stupid. If that's your goal, then that means nobody should be moving out. Then that means when niggas get down, niggas should know that, you know what I'm saying, the only way that this shit go right is by getting murdered. The misconception. You know what I'm saying? The romantic the fantasy, should I say. We act like Romans who conquered us. That's what the word romantic comes from. The Romans, when they wrote literature, they always it was always in a fantasy form. Not what was completely reality, but it was romantic. History for you.
Saying that, and it shouldn't have been us, not you, not Graf, not me. You know why? We 8 years older than this nigga.
Yeah, sit back.
10 years, we might not feel a goddamn thing we saying.
That's a fact.
It's on somebody else young who understands the craftsmanship of this shit.
Craftsmanship.
Say that, bro.
Not about
Leave
our
him
legends.
alone.
He said, see, the sad part is, as the older niggas, we've already accepted the young niggas not listening. That's the first failure. So the true failure going to people that's older, the 30-year-old and up, the 40 and up, is we the failures. Because we were supposed to put our young niggas in line. Our little brothers, the niggas we got influence on, the people around us. If we just let them come around and have their own mind, there's no structure. And that same shit that they doing gonna end up being you that they talking about. But like Style said, but to the young niggas who watch these videos or hear this, or the rappers that care, They understand that this shit got a structure and a format, and that's why, in order to be a good rapper, in order to be considered a great rapper and lyricist, that's a great accomplishment. But you could be famous and get money and never accomplish that shit. But in your mind, niggas start equating record sales for, oh, I'm that nigga. Now, sometimes they are though, right? Because sometimes these young guys or these people come in with an expression that's never really been expressed that way. But that really talk they shit, but at the same time, like I'll give you an example. Von was on some shit, but Von's foundation was right though. What he talked about was crazy, but he also gave you the reality, what it's like in jail, This is what he really been through. This ain't fantasy. This is real life for him. But his foundation was right, so he understood about telling stories to get his point across. He also really was lyrical. He understood in his generation, which is the youth have personality. Personality is what helped the youth. Personality today, you like niggas dancing, smacking their feet, doing all that shit. That's cool, but that's personality. That's entertainment. So you could be you entertain people. You know what I'm saying? You dance, nigga, dance. But that don't mean that you a heaven sent rapper that can change the world. And that's why we have to be clear about that shit.
Right. Leave them where they
leave them alone and let
OG leave them alone.
In every culture,
and that justifies your passage when it's your time.
I'm not even saying it for that reason.
Like,
not even for that
that's
reason.
21. Leave them alone.
That's a more selfish reason.
You know
You did it for
what I
that reason. That's not self. Not even for that. Legends remain on pedestals. Give legends flowers in every arena. You talking about basketball, Jordan, whatever the fuck, Mike Tyson, boxing. Legends remain on pedestals.
There's a lot of legends I think.
What they did, that groundwork they laid.
There's a lot of legends I think suck lyrically.
Like who?
Not gonna say that.
See, he stopped there. But that was my point I made earlier. There's a lot of legends who really suck lyrically as far as bar for bar. I mean, it's probably more rappers. It's probably in today's time, it's way more rappers that suck lyrically than, you know what I'm saying, than it was before. But then it's a lot of rappers who was dope lyrically, but like beats and shit was just trash to niggas, I guess, or how they went about it, niggas didn't like. So give or take. But like I said earlier, you can sell records and be famous and never accomplish being a great lyricist or change the world.
I respect. Right. I said that respect before when I'm not gonna come out and say I'm gonna step on that man's knee and what he's built because of my personal opinion and how I feel. There's a lot of rappers that they go, he's a legend, and I'll be like, word, he's a legend. And he did do that. He was fucking trash.
He's a legend. And he did sell records. But they are fucking trash. This is real shit. But see, the truth is when the lyrical niggas come out and got something to say, it's an issue. It is what it is.
That's what MCs do.
Yeah, right.
That's what lyrical. There are people who came way before me who I will fucking run circles around you any day of the week with any mic on, any beat on, anywhere. If you older than me, my peer, or younger than me, there's some of y'all niggas that I will just run circles around. You don't even deserve to be next to me. But if you earned your key, guess what? You step right here.
Yeah.
And they feel that way, and they feel a certain way. Who the fuck am I egotistically to step on that?
Right.
What I'm gonna do is go, all right.
Facts. His point was, as regardless of how we feel, lyrical, not lyrical, sell records, not sell records, he's saying, like, end of the day, just I feel like there's a lot of motherfuckers I don't even feel like she even be in the room around me in this art shit, or even feel like they got the same, right? But at the same time, if the people outside think they dope for whatever reason, it ain't about rappers what they like, the girls like, and whatever. Shit, who am I to destroy his party? I'm not gonna sit there and say all that. I'm gonna sit back and be like, oh, all right, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing, young nigga. Shine on.
All right, get on the track with me. Fucking burn you up, nigga. Burn you the fuck down on that track. Other than that, all right. In case you're wondering why.
But the craziest part is that, see, I don't think that a lot of the young niggas don't feel like it's necessary for them to get in that world. Because for one, if they not into that style of rap, or should I say, when they do feature, like 21 said that shit, but when J. Cole got on that record with him, he ate his ass. And every time he get on the record with a lyrical nigga, he get his ass chewed up. So he really just he make little catchy, like, you know, 21 Savage could sell records because kindergartners could get his music. That don't make you a lyricist. It's just simple. You know what I'm saying? I don't think half the people realize that the world is a simplistic place, right? So people gonna vibrate on that low frequency that you on, right? So you could think that shit hot, but really everything you about destroying your culture. And like he said, like, you know, when we do records with niggas, the niggas who really can rap, we can rap, so we can do all that shit. So stop looking at us as I just say as artists coming up, stop looking at the rap niggas outdated, and y'all need to kind of get next to us and figure out what y'all need to learn from the guys like us to push yourself into that superstar level. Because you could be a star, but you should be trying to be out the planet to make yourself stand out. Like a lot of niggas, we ain't gonna know them. We gonna laugh at these niggas in 10 years, 2025, 2035, and up, gonna look back and just laugh. Like these singing ass rap niggas. Like everybody was singing. Niggas singing so much, R&B ain't even got no space. BH.